I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
All right, and welcome back to the Total Apex Media Podcast. We are on episode 2, everybody. My name is Corey.
My name is Molly.
And I'm Michelle.
And I'm Andrew.
And we run parts of Total Apex, I guess we could say.
We're 4 parts of the one whole group.
Right.
Yep.
For me and Michelle's part, we both run entertainment and living.
I am the co-site manager for the gaming site.
I run fantasy bets and sometimes sports.
Sweet.
Okay.
And he does everything.
But yeah, how have you guys been this week? How's your week been?
Lovely. Slow. I'm tired.
Right. Nothing too exciting.
Well, I mean, some
Uh,
excitement on the
yeah,
gaming scene.
pretty good.
Oh, sorry, Andrew.
No, it's all right. It's been pretty good. You know, next week's Thanksgiving.
Well, I hate to start the show kind of somber and whatnot, but still, this is something that's catching traction right now, so we're going to kind of get into it. So, something that's been gaining traction a lot lately, especially in the past day or two, is the unfortunate passing of Squid Kid 1111, aka Ashley Paxton. She was 20. The reason why I bring this up is because she was well known in the cosplay community. She was a UCLA student. Or I'm sorry, they. Let me fix that pronouns, everything there, because I will get. They were a UCLA student, also well known, like I said, cosplayer. They passed on October 27th, and they had the funeral November 13th. They were studying chemistry and biochemistry at UCLA. Their social media was over about almost close to 16,000. But she ended up taking her life, unfortunately. This is something that is no laughing matter, of course, and everything. It had been kind of withheld a little bit about her, how she passed and whatnot. But the reason why she took her life is because of a lot of the bullying happening within the cosplay community. There's a lot of cosplayers out there that believe that, if you look a certain way, you shouldn't be able to dress up like that character.
I call bullshit on that. Forgive my language, but it's apropos in my honest opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because as somebody who I have been around long enough to see the evolution of cosplay. I don't partake in it myself, but I think as long as you are staying true to the character you're portraying, like their personality, their attitude, and everything, it shouldn't matter how you look in skin tone or how curly your hair is or whatever. The fact that this happened is just a travesty for the cosplay community because they've tried to come so far from the very beginning, and for this to happen is just like a huge step back.
Mm-hmm. This was put out by this was posted on their Instagram. I gotta get used to that. I'm sorry, y'all. On their Instagram, to friends, followers, and fans of Squid Kid 1111. For the past 7 years, Squid Kid or Ashley has shared their love for cosplay across the internet. They met many of you They met many of you on their Instagram, but also at conventions, at clubs and across campus, at professional photo shoots, and other day-to-day interactions. They genuinely loved transformation and magic of cosplay and connecting with others through that community. So it's with the heaviest of hearts that we inform you of Ashley's passing. For those who would like to pay their respects, the memorial service, and it goes on when the memorial service was and all. It's kind of everything. She actually, I mean, they actually did a little good cosplay, and this is a little memorial that's set up as well, as far as as far as the cosplay for Ashley. One of the reasons of her passing has been due to racist online harassment.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely a major factor for it. According to the Alice Pika, Ashley faced racist comments on the other cosplay posts, including from a photographer who liked racist comments. Some community voices say that the racism or colorism in cosplay, especially when it's Black cosplayers, portray lighter skinned characters, can have devastating emotional impact.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and it's a huge travesty. You'd think we would come a little bit further, like in societal evolution, and kind of not do that anymore, but the real world doesn't really work out in the idealistic fashion. It
No.
it reminds me of what was it? 2-3 years ago. Honestly, I lose track of time so much that it's not even funny. But the voice actor for Okarun in Dadadan, the anime,
Mm-hmm.
somebody actually did a fan art of Okarun in a darker skin tone with curly hair, so kind of mimicking or kind of combining the voice actor who was African American and Okarun together and creating a different version of Okarun.
That's really
right?
clever.
It is. It was a great image. I saw it. I was like, this is freaking awesome. And people were upset because they're like, Okarun is Japanese. And I'm like, so he's a fictional character. Why does it matter? That is my take on it. I'm like, he's a fictional character. And yeah, based in Japan. But honestly, historically speaking, anime and manga characters are not based off of technical Japanese people. They're actually based off of animals and how animals react to the noise. Because nobody in this whole daggone world have eyes that big, heads those shapes, and crap like that. So I don't understand why people are making such a big deal out of a skin color. So, okay, I'm sorry. I get really passionate. I apologize.
See that?
No, you're not wrong, because like the cosplay community, while many of the people in the cosplay community can be very welcoming, there's still, to my understanding, a lot of problems with judging or basically judging against people that you can't dress up in a certain way based on your skin color, your body type, or what have you. So it's silly. It's supposed to be fun.
And it's just such a sad thing. It's like Michelle's probably with me in this. All is probably with us, but it's just like we've watched the evolution from when we were younger, when it was just taking off, and we saw all of the the spiteful comments, and you would hope that it would get better as time goes on, because we've always grown as people and everything, but sometimes xenophobia and just trying to stick to what you consider normal, I guess, is the safe spot for a lot of people, and they don't want their safe spots to be touched or something like that. I don't know, but the fact that they've driven like multiple people to do what Squid Kid did is horrible and everything. So it's not a very great thing to witness in this day and age.
Yeah, one message for everybody is just be kind. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything.
Mhm. The old
When you-
adage. If
You
can't be
have to
nice-
realize that these are real people you're talking to on the internet and not just a
Frame.
personality. They're not a character, they're real.
Mhm.
And if you wouldn't want someone to be mean like that to you or someone that you care about, so don't do it. Just don't.
Mhm. Sorry, Corey, we kind of took over.
If you need help, it is available. Call 988 or at least text 988. Right?
Mhm.
Yeah, you can also chat through their website and just know that whatever you're going through, the world is better with you in it. So stay.
Mhm. Yeah, so stay. It's not.
Well, with that,
So sad.
everybody, take a moment. Everybody good? Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Let's move on to silliness.
Well, yeah, silly-ishness.
Silly.
So
ishness.
our first segment this week is one of my favorites, of course, since I am biased, since I am the site manager for it. It is entertainment. Welcome to entertainment, everybody. All right, so first news story: Kevin Spacey is homeless. You wouldn't think that somebody who has been in that many films and that many, has been in Hollywood for years and on stage for years would be homeless. But Kevin Spacey says he no longer has a home and he's moving between hotels and Airbnb. I feel like that's his choice. First off.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let me
If you
see
can
your bank
afford to
account.
live in hotels and Airbnbs, you're not really
Not
homeless.
homeless. Mm-mm.
No.
Now let
No.
me see. Let me see him on the street with the typical grocery cart, cardboard huts and everything. Let me see you with the camping gear and everything. That is homeless. Okay.
Yeah. Come talk to us when you're living under a bridge, sir.
Yeah.
He actually. What were you gonna say, Molly?
No, you go ahead.
He attributes this to the legal and career hit he's taken following numerous sexual assault and misconduct allegations that emerged beginning around 2017.
I was actually going to ask him, like, is this about all the lawsuits that he's been part of? Because he was a creepy old man.
Yeah. Of course, he was acquitted in the UK in 2023 for criminal charges brought by 4 men alleging assault between 2001 and 2013. That's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's over 10 years. He was also not found liable in 2022 in a U.S. civil case brought by Anthony Rapp. For those who don't know who alleged misconduct in 1986, for those who don't know who Anthony Rapp is, if you've ever seen the musical Rent, he's in that. He's one of the leads in that, and the original run of Rent.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Despite those legal outcomes, Spacey claims his career has been effectively blacklisted. He's quoted as saying, "Very little is coming in and everything is going out." He also says that if major industry figures such as Scorsese or Tarantino gave him a call, he believes the comeback would happen.
Well, methinks you might want to start looking into another kind of career, because if nobody's calling you, that's generally a sign that you're not kind of wanted anymore.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
McDonald's is probably hiring.
But it's Kevin Spacey. I'm not gonna knock him. He was a good actor. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I agree. His acting, excellent. His personality and personal life, not so much.
That's a whole other thing.
It's a whole.
Yeah.
That's a whole other ballgame.
Right.
Yeah. Questionable.
Right. So I have a feeling
Almost.
that he's gonna be fine just based off of his many residual effects he's probably still getting. I think he's still getting paid for Call of Duty. Then he wasn't
Quite
he in Call
possible.
of Duty?
Yeah, he was in Call of Duty. He was a voice actor for one of the characters and a model for one of the characters. And I think in Modern Warfare, I can't remember which number it is. I do know it was a Modern Warfare one though.
Yeah.
But
Advanced Warfare.
dude's got friggin' royalties. He's probably got stock options and several different things. Especially if the dude was smart and got a financial advisor, he has no worries. Unless he got one of those like weirdo skeezy financial advisors who just absconds and embezzles the money anyway. That's not the point. Point is that he is not homeless.
No.
He's being
I've
hyperbolic.
seen homeless. I've been homeless before in my life. So he does actually have 3 films slated to be announced, set for 2020 or for this year and next and coming years. But I don't think they're coming out. 1780. Hologard Saga: The Portal of Force, where he plays. He's not only the actor, but he is a director and the person. I guess he's editing. He's in post production for and The Awakening. All 3 of these are in post production. So I have a feeling these are going to be ones that are released outside of the country, just based off of other actors. I'll like James Franco. James Franco is still acting, but not in America. Basically,
I can picture. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Andrew.
No, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
I picture these going straight from. I don't honestly. I see them going straight from production to streaming. I don't see them like being out in theaters or anything. So
Uh-uh.
no, they're not going to be in theaters.
Mm-mm.
No. So
Yeah, it's interesting who will be what streaming service will pick them up and stuff like that. Like what kind of coverage they're even going to get.
Tubi and Pluto TV, probably. That's it.
Yeah, those I don't want to call them no name, but the ones that are not as popular.
The ones that are free.
Yeah, the ones that are basically free, and they're basically. I think the people that the production for these videos, they're just trying to recoup their costs at this point.
Right. Yeah, you're right on that one. All right, moving on from Spacey being homeless to some people who are not some 4 teenagers who aren't homeless that live in a sewer. A new live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is happening, everybody.
My childhood.
Cowabunga.
Yes. Of course, the last live action one that they did was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles I think it was Out of the Shadows, which Nickelodeon produced. Which is those turtles that you see that look like they kind of have something wrong with them on their faces. But still, don't laugh at that. That's serious.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Paramount is developing a brand new live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, according to the Hollywood Reporter. Neil H. Moretz, producer known for the Fast and Furious and Sonic the Hedgehog, is in talks to produce the reboot. But this also means that Paramount is pausing or shelving a previously announced Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie called The Last Ronin. Does anybody here know what The Last Ronin is?
Yes,
Go for it.
Well, I get them mixed up with the 47 Ronin a lot. So
The Last Ronin was a comic book that got turned into a video game too, about the last Ninja Turtle, surviving Ninja Turtle, taking on a dystopian New York, basically.
Yeah.
I want to know, who do y'all think is that last turtle?
Michelangelo. No, Raphael.
Actually, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's Donatello, because you never expect him.
What about you, Andrew?
I don't know why I thought Raphael first.
Raphael.
So in the
Well, I-
comic book,
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
in the comic book, the very first issue, you get told it is Michelangelo.
Damn it.
Oh,
Yes. Nobody wins. You lose. Actually, Michelle almost got it.
no,
though.
Michelle.
Yeah, I
Michelle
should
got
have
it.
stayed with my first
You
answer.
should have just stayed with
Yeah.
first guess. Well, my thought was nobody ever expects like the nerd of the group to be like the last one standing. So
Right? Oh, Mikey's all alone.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. That's
Well,
the
not
saddest
alone.
part.
Still have April, who's much older, and her daughter with Casey Jones and all that. But they put a pause on it, and that was supposed to be the hard R Ninja Turtles movie they wanted to do. So it's a little,
R.
yeah, they wanted to do a hard R, gritty, more adult version.
I see.
I don't think anybody wants that.
No.
I kind of did. I kind of listened.
I mean, it would.
If they could take Wolverine and do what they did with that, come on now.
I mean, it'd be an interesting little concept to watch. Don't get me wrong, but when I think of TMNT, I do not think of the nitty gritty like blood spewing everywhere, guts flying into your face type of thing. Kill Bill version. So
Yeah, I feel like we have enough of that.
yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I think we want. I'd love to see more lighthearted, like the turtles, like we're used to seeing them being silly and
Well,
Yeah.
sources say at Paramount, Paramount wants to Sonicify this version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, i.e., go for broad, more family-friendly, upbeat, live-action tone, similar to the Sonic the Hedgehog films. So I can see them doing that completely, just because that's kind of what the Turtles were to a point. Especially those 90s one. Yeah, they had like little like moments where they, used their weapons and stuff like that, but like the comedy was there.
Mhm.
It was more comedic than it was like an action film and all in any
Right.
sense.
Yeah, like I knew the turtles first from the animated cartoon, so and that was directed towards children. So
Yeah. No, I'm hoping to the highest of heavens that they don't do anything to screw up the look. Like they keep them, if they're going to do live action, they keep them as, they did with the bottom image. Because if they did the one where all four of them are staring down at you.
Yeah.
No, basically, I don't want them to do to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles what they first did to Sonic when the Sonic movie came out. They basically tried to humanify. They tried to humanify Sonic to the point where he looked weird and creepy, and the entirety of the internet basically bullied that whole studio into changing Sonic back to how he would look basically in the game if he came out of the game.
right.
In the real world. They did not change anything at all.
That was one of the most downvoted videos, and I think it's still one of the most downvoted videos now. But do you know where that version of Sonic made his next premiere? Like he showed up in another movie. He showed up in a movie actually.
Oh wow.
Where?
Yeah, the Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers movie at a convention. He played, which that movie stars John Mulaney and Andy Samberg as Chip and Dale.
I have not watched that yet. Is that able to be watched? Because
Yes. If you liked that show and you can take the humor of it, yes. But if you're just like not going to be open-minded to kind of that kind of stuff, maybe you should.
I can watch it with an open mind. If I like it at the end of it, that's a different story. But I always try to give something a chance. But it says Chip and Dale, and that was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. So I want to watch it to see what they do. I will keep an open mind. So I'm going to request a link from you later, Corey.
Maybe. There's, of course, no director attached to this, or at least publicly attached to it. And a concrete plot has concrete plot is right now under wraps. Despite the live action pivot, the animated TMNT universe is still very much alive, aka the Mutant Mayhem movies. There is a short coming out, I think, this year, which is supposed to be like a set during Christmas time, so maybe a couple months after the movie ended. For that movie, if you guys haven't seen any of Mutant Mayhem or any of the Ninja Turtles movies, go watch them. Honestly, I love the Ninja Turtles. Maybe not those 2 Nickelodeon movies because they kind of pissed me off about the whole Casey Jones of it all. They made Casey Jones a cop. How do you make Casey Jones a cop?
Why would you make Casey Jones a cop? It like completely defeats his whole entire character persona.
Exactly. They made him a cop, and it pissed me off.
He's not a goody two shoes. He's a vigilante who likes to beat people up with a cricket bat. No, not a cricket bat.
No, cricket bat. There was a golf club. There was a hockey stick. There was anything that he found at the pawn shop.
There you go.
All right.
And finally, for an update from our story from last week, Chadwick Boseman receives a Hollywood star on a Hollywood Walk of Fame. This was something that should have happened before he even passed. But still, they did the ceremony yesterday. Chadwick Boseman was I'm going to butcher this word. I'm going to say period. Honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. His widow, Simone Leeward Boseman, accepted an honor of his behalf and gave a deeply emotional speech, of course. Ryan Coogler also showed up, who gave remarks. Other people who showed up, of course, was Michael B. Jordan, Viola Davis, Letitia Wright, and Boseman's brothers Kevin and Derek. I will say that I watched a little bit of it, and it was kind of like watching, when you go to like a funeral and whatnot, everybody's sad, but it was more like watching a celebration. Or anything.
Celebration of life. I like those.
So they each paid little tributes and stuff on here. His wife, Simone, said she described Chadwick not as an artist, but as a spiritual teacher, someone grounded in faith, support by his family and friends. She also recognized his legacy for artistry and devotion. She's quoted saying, "We recognize your skill and your devotion. We cement your legacy as a hero and icon. You lived with honor. You walked with truth." Coogler is also, of course, paid tribute. Coogler called him an incredible, humble teacher, and praised his generosity, noting that Boseman attended every single audition and callback for Black Panther. He highlighted how Chadwick remained fully engaged on set even while battling cancer. And Coogler made a powerful comparison. Being around Chadwick was like being close to someone truly great. And through him, you see how much the human body was capable of.
I have great admiration for Chadwick Boseman because I have seen what cancer and cancer treatments can do to somebody. And the fact that he was able to work all throughout that is inspiring to how you can push your body to do what it needs to do in order to get to the end of your work. Because I've seen people just laid up in bed because of the treatments that you have to get. And those treatments are painful. They are not friendly for anybody to be taking. But when I heard that he had passed from colon cancer, it just reminded me of all the stuff that several family members that went through the same thing had to go through. And I was like, that's a travesty. But the fact that he worked through it was just like awe-inspiring to me.
Mm-hmm. But if you guys get a chance, I would say, audience, go check out not only Black Panther but many other movies that Chadwick Boseman has starred in. He always shined in almost every role that he did. With that being said, that is the end of entertainment. Next up is ours, gaming, right? We have gaming. Yes.
Yay.
Hold on, let me put the cheat code in, and bam.
Can I go yet?
This is why we edit. This is why we edit podcasts.
Okay.
But people are watching or not.
Okay. Welcome to the gaming segment. I have a question. Is anyone a fan of Mario Kart?
Ooh, me. I can kick your butt in Mario Kart.
Probably, because I suck at that game. Anyway, if you ever wanted to live in a Mario Kart inspired apartment building, well, you are in good luck, my friend, because down in Phoenix, Arizona, there is something called the Rainbow Road Apartments. And it is inspired, as you can guess, by the Rainbow Road course in the Mario Kart game series, right? And it is I'm gonna assume it's located in, I call it downtown because it's always fun. All the fun stuff is in downtown. I'm not sure, but it's located near a lot of the fun attractions of Phoenix. But honestly, with how much it costs to live there, you better have a damn good paying job, because it comes in 3 different sizes. The images on here show the 3 different types of apartment rooms, because they always have to have their own like special name for their apartment, each of their apartments. You have Star, which is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. Starting price is going to be from $1,555 to $2,075 a month.
Oh my god!
Wow.
I'm gonna assume it's depending on location, because there's like 6 different ones, because it goes from A to G. I'm probably off on that count, but I guess it's depending on like where it's at within the building, that's going to change the price. And then you have the Circuit. As you can tell, these are all names that you would see in the Mario Kart game. Circuit, which is 2-bedroom, 1-bath, or 2-bedroom, 2-bath, which can range between $2,040 to $2,495 a month. And then you have the creme de la creme of the Rainbow Road apartment complex, the Castle, which is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it can range from $3,880 to $4,885 a month.
Jeez.
So I'm like, they weren't lying when they said luxury.
My question is this: when is Nintendo shutting this building down?
I don't know. With how hard they went after Pal World for their monster catch and release and fight for you mechanic, I'm surprised they actually let this building get like even thought up. So I'm just waiting for Nintendo to go, hey, yeah, you can't do that. So, but they have a deposit of $500. So on top of the rent, you also have to have a $500 deposit with 14-month lease for each apartment that you get. And I hope you're just getting one. So, but yeah, I heard Corey is the one who showed this to me, and I was like, oh, do tell. So I've been like just staring at their screen for the longest time, just wondering if I would ever be able to afford an apartment that good looking, because the images actually do look pretty good from the inside, because they have kind of finished building it, but these are more artist concepts that they had available on their website.
Mm-hmm.
But from the interior images that I could see, pretty modern looking. Looks pretty good. I mean, they're trying to bring in some customers, so more power to them.
which one would you guys want to live in? The Star, Circuit, or Castle?
If I had the money, Castle. That's because I have 3 people in my family. So
I would totally want the castle. You need extra rooms. I need a room for me, one for my cat, one for the Barbies.
they every all her obsessions get their own room.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, you might if you're getting one of these apartments, you might as well just get the best one or like the base one
Now,
or whatever.
don't get me wrong. If I was just by myself, I would get the Star because I just smaller, less likely to cause any issues with anything. But Castle is because I have 3 people in my family that I take care of, or 3 people, including myself, that I take care of. So yeah, Castle. Problem is they have like maybe 3 or so in each different one. So it's A and B for Castle. So they're not really widely available. So people are going to be like fighting Hunger Games style for these these apartments right here.
Hey, Fahad.
I don't have the.
Check out the comments, you guys.
I can't look at the comments.
Yes,
I'm scared to.
let's not break the comment. Thank you for Hod, but let's not.
Thank you, Fahad. And but going into that's all I have for Rainbow Road. I was just like Corey said, I'm waiting for Nintendo to go, hey, you need to either pay us for the licensing for Rainbow Road, or you need to shut this down, or they're going to take over it. So that's what I'm expecting. And on to our next story is a follow-up from last week, which is about the Steam machine. Me and Michelle went into a little tizzy about whether or not this would be a great gateway PC for a lot of people who are looking to get into PC gaming. Maybe if the price was more reasonable and everything. However, Valve has come out and said that they're not looking for a budget build. They are looking for convenience rather than accessibility in a sense. So probably the bottom price is going to start at $700 and go up from there. And it's mostly because they do have semi-custom components that is going to raise the price of the Steam machine. Like they have an AMD Z4 CPU, which allows for smoother gameplay and faster load times. Nothing's worse than sitting at a load screen for like 5 extra minutes because your CPU could not keep up with it. Trust me, I know this for a fact. And let's see, and the AMD RDNA 3 GPU, long ass word. Anyway, what makes basically what makes your images look like a freaking movie on your screen. It makes everything, flow better. And then it's going to have 8 gigs of GDDR6 VRAM. So basically that's your memory. Michelle's like, I'm waiting for you to say the wrong thing so I can one up you. she's sometimes more technologically savvy than I am. She's the PC gamer of this group. I'm more console based. But so all of these are basically semi-custom. It's going to make the rig a little bit more expensive than what people were wanting it to be. So some people are still like, yeah, that's still pretty affordable. $700. That's not like a $2,000 Alienware Michelle computer.
I like my Alien.
But a lot of people are like, if Valve is not careful, they're going to make it more of a niche thing than anything else because nobody's going to be able to afford it outside of, those people who already are making like good money at their jobs or successful streamers or something like that. So
yeah, the way I see it is this thing it's got to be pretty incredible and at a decent price point and have really like a decent amount of storage and stuff if it's going to even compete with their own Steam Deck. Because the handheld, I mean, you can take that everywhere with you. And this thing has to be connected to your monitor and stuff at home. So it's kind of like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to
It-
differentiate itself in some kind of way.
Mhm. I mean, the one thing that kind of caught my attention when I was looking at it is that it's 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck. So basically,
Okay.
stack 6 Steam Decks on top of each other. That's how powerful the Steam machine is. So I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." But then I saw that they were going that instead of it being like a $500 or $600, which honestly it's like $100 cheaper, but still more affordable than a $700 price point in my honest opinion.
Hmm.
But it's still pretty good if you can, budget well, I guess you could say, to afford it, because it does give you access to Andrew disappeared. Does give you access to your entire Steam library. You get that convenience that Valve is trying to sell you at this point. But they are not. But if it goes on, they're basically going to be more expensive than Xbox and PlayStation combined. That's what a lot of people are thinking. And if you haven't been paying attention, Xboxes and PlayStations are already insanely expensive because they've upped the price on console components and everything because of, certain word that starts with a T, tariffs, and these components are coming from out of country, bringing the price up and everything. So
Yeah.
that is the
Yeah.
follow-up for the Steam machine that I have. So I'm still gonna be like, I want it. That's gonna be on my wish list for probably 2 years from now. When it comes down in price, whenever it comes out.
When the next version comes out.
Yes, exactly. When version 2 comes out, that's when I'm getting version 1. That's how it works. And on a funnier note, we're going to go into this Starfish rocking the bikini. Okay. Okay. Kirby Air Riders just dropped a few days ago, right? A while back. And it has a customization feature. And this allows you to create custom skins and custom riders, like carts, or what do they call them? Boards, I guess you could say, that you can ride on. And people decided that they wanted to see Chef Kawasaki in a nice little bikini. And that is what they did. However, people started to get raunchy with it. And Nintendo had to step in and go, yeah, no, this is a G-rated game. We don't want this in there. So you know how it works. That those couple of people ruined the fun for everybody because they were getting risque with some of the images. They're out there. You can look them up, but yeah, which is sad because a lot of people were making like insane tributes to the GameCube. They were creating Pokemon boards and everything that you could ride on in Kirby Air Riders, and then somebody just had to mess it all up. But I thought it was a funny little story that they were trying to put a starfish.
That's awesome.
I thought it would have got a giggle out of everybody. So
It's always someone. It's always someone to sit there and to ruin it. But Nintendo is also famously known for, getting rid of censored. I would say
being very censored. Yes.
They
Yeah,
are.
well, you gotta keep it clean.
Yeah,
Corey.
they're a quote family company.
Yeah, Corey had a perfect example when it came to Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, they took the blood out of Mortal Kombat.
They took the blood out.
They also had I think it was in the 64 version where you can make the blood green.
Yeah, I have seen images of that. I'm just like, yeah, just taking the fun out of it, dude. Taking the fun out of it. Why would you do that? But I thought this was like a funny little story to share because I was laughing the entire time I was reading it. So,
that is awesome.
But if you're still keeping up with the game world, you have realized that the 43rd annual Golden Joystick Awards ceremony took place yesterday. Yes, yesterday, I believe. And I am going to share with you the games that I was looking forward to and the games that actually won a pretty decent amount. First, we have Claire Obscure Expedition 33, the image in the middle. That's on top of all of them. It actually won 4 different awards, plus awards for Best Lead Performer and Best Support Performer. So they won the Ultimate Game of the Year So they beat out all of the games, including the Game of the Year game. Best storytelling, best visual design. If you have not seen images of people playing or a video of people playing Expedition 33, I would highly recommend it because it's beautiful. It is beautiful. And they won best soundtrack. Yes, they did. And I have listened to it as well. It's very, very lovely. I love listening to it. And best lead performer went to Jennifer English, who played the character. And forgive me, the French community, for my butcherization of this name. Mile, who I believe is the main character. I have not played Expedition 33, so I'm not that well versed on it. But I did look it up a little bit. And I think she's the red-haired character that you see in the image. Okay. And then we have Best Support Performer, which is Ben Starr, who played Verso, the brown-haired dude in the foreground of the image. That is the guy I know, I believe. But yeah, they won all those awards. So they basically beat out Baldur's Gate 3, which won the most awards last year at the Golden Joystick Awards. And on to my favorites. We have PC Game of the Year and Best Indie Game from a self-published game studio, Hollow Knight Silksong, which is surprising considering that the excruciating wait that they had us do, like waiting for this game to come out, and then it being like the easiest game to defeat. I'm actually surprised it won any awards, but the people hath spoken, and it won 2 of those awards. So yay for Hollow Knight Silksong and Team Cherry, because they're the ones that created the game. And then we have Best Early Access, which is Repo. And if you haven't been paying attention, Repo has had the best early access game available. Like, it's literally plays like a full game. Feels like a complete game when you play it, and it's so much fun to see people run away from monsters that want to kill you while you're trying to claim taxes. Claim taxes from the places that you have to visit. Yeah, you're just stealing a whole bunch of crap so you can make some money so you don't die. And then this one that honestly surprised me, this one won 2 awards called the Best Multiplayer and the Streamer's Choice, and that is Peak, where it involves you and a group of friends trying to survive on a uninhabited island, trying to get to the peak of a mountain to be rescued after being after an airplane crash. And Andrew keeps going in and out.
He's having troubles.
Yeah.
Don't point behind the curtain.
I'm sorry.
I think people can see.
Yeah. And they actually beat out Battlefield 6 for best multiplayer, which honestly very shocking, but with how many problems Battlefield and basically all of the games like Battlefield have been having issues this year, I'm not really that surprised. I'm just surprised that an indie game beat the best multiplayer for that. And then my utmost favorite, I am going to get this game when I finally get a Steam Deck because my computer can't handle it. Best Indie Game award went to Blueprints. Do y'all know what Blueprints is?
What is Blueprints?
Tell us more.
Basically, it is a game where you have inherited a substantial estate, a barren estate, like barren as in the title barony, right? From your deceased uncle, and the only way you can gain your title is if you find a certain room within the estate. However, there's a catch. You have to traverse through this house, through the manor, finding blueprints that can take you throughout the entire manor. And depending on what you get, that's how far you can go into the map. So if you come to a dead end and you can't go any further, guess what? You got to start the whole thing over again, and your manor resets itself.
Wow. Interesting.
It is very interesting. I love it because it's this like huge replayable game, puzzle game, and it's got so many mysteries. Like it's got so many side quests that you can like. I say quests, but they're not. But just so many side puzzles that tell you the whole story of Blueprints. And here's the thing: Blueprints was a play on blueprints, which are what you gather to traverse through the whole entire manor.
I got that.
And I'm like, if people don't get that, I'm kind of worried about you. But I loved it. I can't wait to play it. I know it's been around for a little while, but one of my favorite games by far the last year. And those are my top games from Golden Joystick Awards. Might not be what everybody wanted to hear, but those are my favorite. So there you go. Any
Right.
questions?
What's a Nubian? No, I'm kidding.
What?
All right. Sorry, a little behind. All right. Well, that's it for gaming, everyone. Molly, give it up for Molly.
Sorry about my geek out. I talk too much when I geek out.
That's a good thing. You fill time. All right. So from the gaming life to the living of life, we have the living section.
I just love the incongruity of the gorilla in the middle of the flower field. It's just wonderful.
Hey.
All right, so we
Gorillas
are
have
heading
bees.
into Turkey Day. So of course we have to talk turkey and food, but November is also Native American Heritage Month. So we definitely want to recognize the people whose land we literally live on here. So this is a great article that I just wanted to draw attention to, the five heritage inspired recipes to honor Native American history this season. And this was written by our writer, Becky Cross. And so in the article, we go into some information about some different recipes. First off, we have the Three Sisters stew. Three Sisters is actually really important to the Native American people in that corn, beans, and squash were grown together and called the Three Sisters because those three plants growing together support each other and the land. So it's the soil. So they were really important crops and still are. And so the stew makes use of those plus other native ingredients. It's one of the most important things when you're thinking about foods to honor the indigenous people is using foods that grew here naturally before Europeans came to colonize. Other recipes we have are wild rice with mushrooms and cranberries, bison chili or bison meatballs. You may also know bison as the name buffalo, although that's not really their proper name for that animal. And they were basically the native big animal, herd animal of the Americas. And then roasted root veggies with maple and juniper. So that would be things like carrots, parsnips, and sweet potatoes, which were native as well. Berry sauce with sumac and honey. And basically just the thing to think about and keep in mind when you're thinking about these foods is to remember their history and really just educate yourself and know about the people who once lived on this land. It's really interesting to go and do that research and find out who was here before you. So that would be a great way also. So these are some wonderful things to think about. You can find links to all of the actual recipes through the article on our website, which is Total Apex Entertainment.
Which one are you guys feeling right now? I kind of want to try that bison chili.
I'm not really a chili fan. I tried the meatballs though. I do like wild rice and mushrooms. Not a big
I want some
fan.
Three Sisters
Yeah.
too, for sure.
Okay.
What'd you say, Andrew?
Oh, like, I'll be down for some bison meatballs. But I mean, you can't really go wrong with like anything like white rice or like wild rice sounds pretty good to me.
Mm.
Yeah. And I left out what we're seeing there is people frying bread. And
Okay.
fry bread is a thing as well that you can have. And who doesn't want to have fry bread? That
Me.
just sounds amazing.
Heck yeah, man. It's delicious.
Exactly.
Even though I honestly thought, I think I'm confusing it with something else, but I thought sumac was like poisonous or something.
Well, there is something called poison sumac, which is another plant, but I don't know. I'd have to do some additional.
So basically, do your research, follow the people who actually know what they're talking about before you attempt the berry sauce with sumac and honey.
Yeah, don't eat random stuff you find outside unless you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Please don't. Please research first.
I've got
I'm
this
getting
napkin
hungry.
I found outside. I can't.
Yeah, foraging is a real thing. Just know what you're
Yeah,
doing before you start
There is.
doing that.
Okay. I'm getting hungry.
All
Every time I'm getting hungry whenever you pop up, Michelle, because you start talking about food.
Well, we've got some more food.
Yes.
So on to our next, because Thanksgiving is next Thursday, and a lot of folks are going to be cooking a turkey. And in some households, somebody forgets to take the turkey out and defrost it. So what if your turkey is still frozen on Thursday morning? First up, don't panic, because it's going to be okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. It's a turkey popsicle. But there are things you can do. It's very important to follow food safety. So if you have questions about food safety, the USDA has some great resources on their website. And you can find all the relevant links to everything on the article, What to Do If Your Turkey's Still Frozen on Thanksgiving Morning, by our writer, Sarah Kennedy. So first thing you can do would be a cold water bath. So that's your most reliable. That's the thing that a lot of folks will do. You need a container or a very clean sink. Wash it out really good if you're going to use your sink. You need it to be big enough and deep enough to hold the whole turkey and submerge it in the water. Leave it in its original leak-proof packaging and put it in the cold water. Change the water every 30 minutes, and you need to keep that water cold because you don't want bacteria to develop. You can, and this is risky, try microwaving your bird. If it fits in your microwave. If you have a very big bird.
How big is your bird?
If you have a very big turkey and you try to put it in a very small microwave, that's not going to work. This is risky, but you can do that about 6 minutes per pound on defrost. I mean, there's more instructions. You can do it. You can try cooking it while frozen. It will take at least 50% longer to cook. So expect dinner to be late if you choose that option. There are some Hail Marys. You could choose to cook only certain parts of the turkey, like the breasts, the thighs, or the wings, assuming it is already at least defrosted enough to separate those parts. You could do a thing called spatchcocking it. It sounds
That's a
dirty.
funny
It's
word.
not. This means you cut out the backbone and lie it flat. So you have a flat turkey. So it will cook more evenly. But
Just a flat
again,
bird.
it needs to be thawed enough to do that.
Mhm.
You could try cooking some other poultry if you have it, a chicken, a duck, Cornish game hens, or you can run out to the store and get a fully cooked turkey if that's an option available to you.
That's what I would do.
I would. I got a question. What if I'm one of those people that has that backyard with the barrel and the oil in there, and I have a frozen turkey and it's nice hot oil? It's not a good idea just to throw that in there, right? You sure?
No, do not put your frozen turkey into the hot oil.
I mean,
You
unless
will
you want to
hurt
become,
yourself.
unless you want to become best friends with the fire department, sure,
Yes,
go ahead.
that
So-
will create an immediate call to 911 and visit from the fire department and
Emergency.
an ambulance to take you to the hospital where you
Mhm.
will be spending the rest of Turkey Day
Right.
And
my
probably Christmas.
and beyond. Yes.
Yeah. My other question is, what's up with this lady? What's she got going on?
See, she forgot to defrost her turkey, and now she's trying to figure out what she needs to do because her mother-in-law is coming, and her mother-in-law has very traditional ways of cooking, and she needs to impress her because she has been bothering her for the entire year because she finally volunteered to prove that she could do what her mother-in-law could do.
Mhm.
Her mother-in-law sounds like a pain in the butt.
Of course. Isn't that a typical mother-in-law? I don't know. I'm not married, so
Many of them are. Many. Not
Many.
all.
not all of them.
Some can be lovely.
Yes. But yeah, like to be real, I only have a turkey breast that I'm gonna cook, and I'm going to oven roast it in an oven roaster bag, like on probably the morning of. Nice, cook it, roast it nice and low and slow, and everything. Make sure it doesn't dry out. That's my problem, is it drying out on me.
Roasting bag is the way to go to prevent that because you can put all your butter and basting in there and it just bastes itself through the whole process. Yeah. That's how my parents would do it for years.
Mhm.
I will not be cooking. I'm making dessert to take to my boyfriend's mom's house. So
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
we are only responsible for dessert.
Oh, that's better than having to be responsible for the whole dang meal like me. I
What
don't
about
want
you,
to.
Andrew? What are you doing on Turkey Day?
Not much. Just going to my parents' house. Yeah, I think I have to buy something from the store, but this is, yeah, as long as I'm not charging the whole thing.
Okay, question. What is y'all's favorite holiday dish for like Thanksgiving or Christmas or Easter? Like just favorite holiday dish. Like you don't have it any other day except for the holidays.
Definitely turkey with some stuffing, pretty much. Gravy.
Yeah, the turkey. I can't pick just one. Turkey, sweet potatoes, and corn casserole. I love me some corn.
Andrew, what's your
I
favorite?
yeah, definitely sweet potato casserole.
Mine, actually, I technically can make it every day. I can make it any time of the year, but I only have it for the holidays because that's when my mom would always make it. But it's called broccoli casserole. Basically, it's nothing but cheese, rice, cream mushroom soup, and broccoli florets with some sauteed onions and butter mixed together and popped into the oven. So good. I only have it for the holidays because it's just something that reminds me of childhood and when my mom would always make like the holiday feast that we would consume in like several days.
That
So,
sounds
people-
like an acceptable way to eat broccoli.
It is. It's, I mean, cheese and rice
Mhm.
and butter. But yeah, some people call it broccoli, cheesy broccoli and rice casserole, but my mom always called it broccoli casserole, shortened version. So
All right.
it's insanely delicious. I love it.
Corey, what's your turkey day look like?
This year I am actually going to be alone. No, it's fine. I'm not embarrassed or anything like that. I just can't really, with the way everything is right now, I can't really afford to go home. So
Yeah.
That being said, who knows? Maybe I might order some food. Maybe I might, cook something myself or whatever.
Make a day out of it.
Yeah, maybe. I'm definitely probably gonna be doing, checking in on our people.
We'll all be working that day.
Yes, we'll all be working that day. I'm going to be doing 2 jobs because I'm the one who's in charge of cooking for my little family, and going to be keeping an eye on the gaming site like I do.
Yep.
So,
well, on that note, my next topic is going to help everybody out, which is how to build a mental wellness toolkit for stressful times. And as we're heading into Thanksgiving and Christmas and spending
New
time
Year's.
with our loved ones, there shall be stress.
very much
So thank you to our writer Rhonda Barber for producing this one. This is a great piece that you should definitely take a look for on our site as well. So Rhonda goes into some various kinds of tools you can put into a toolkit. Basically, this is something that you can have already ready for you when the rough stuff happens, because things are going to happen. Life is like a roller coaster, and you don't know when something's going to suddenly happen. So, you may want to have some grounding tools. These are great for when you feel disconnected, like you're watching life from outside your body. So grounding tools could be something like a textured object, something you can hold in your hands and feel. This could be like a worry stone. It could be a piece of velvet, a spiky massage ball. It's something that has a texture to you that you find comforting and pleasant. So that could be different to everybody. For myself, I like to keep a jar of Play-Doh on my desk, and that's something I can play with, and it helps in that case with a lot of different being stressed out and stuff.
I take the ground word very seriously because I live out in the countryside. I go and I walk barefoot across the grass. So
touch grass for sure.
Touch grass, literally.
Touch grass.
I ride the bus and just to see that I'm not crazy.
There are crazier people.
Yes.
And there's a technique, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique, which is to stop and look for 5 things that you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. And this grounds you in the moment. So you're more where you are in space, not in outer space, but in space.
Yeah, because out there, you definitely can't feel touched. Not for long, anyway.
Right. No. And then you'll want some calming tools for when you're overwhelmed. This could be being overwhelmed by anxiety or anger or whatever it is that's negatively impacting you in a big way. And I could have used this yesterday. One could be a soothing scent, something like, think aromatherapy, like lavender essential oil, a lotion, a sachet of chamomile, something that you can breathe in and can help you be calm. Choose something that's pleasant to you. Again, this may be different for everyone. Practice some mindful breathing, or have a comforting playlist. Music is essential to many of us. And if music helps you to calm down, have a playlist of songs that help you feel calm and safe. Mind reset tools. This is for when you're all in your head and your thoughts are just spiraling and you can feel yourself just spiraling. This is where a notebook can be helpful. Get it out, write down a list of what you're grateful for. And, anything, any little thing, whatever you can think of, just start putting things down and help yourself get out of that downward spiral. Any kind of a puzzle, because that's going to help your brain to focus, whether that's something like a physical puzzle or a puzzle app on your phone or a puzzle book, something like that, because that gives your brain something else to focus on besides whatever it is that you're mulling over like crazy. Connection tools. If you are feeling alone, have your list of safe people, 3 to 5 trusted friends or fewer. It does, however many people in your life you have. It could be one person that, that person that you can call at any time of day or night when you're in crisis. Have some pictures of loved ones nearby to help you to remember who you care about and who cares about you. And finally, if none of that is helping, there's, as we discussed earlier, the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. You can call, you can text, you can go on the website and chat. They are there to help you to get through that moment that's, very difficult for you. Movement tools. So if you have some pent up energy, like you're really, really angry or you're frozen and feeling you're shutting down, you could have a little dance party all by yourself. Put on an upbeat song, your favorite song that's going to make your body move, and get up, shake your arms, jump around, just move. You could have a stretching routine, or you could take a walk in the neighborhood. Just get out of your house, get in the air, and walk. And that can really help to bring you into the real world and the nature and get that energy out of you as well.
I think a lot of people kind of forget that we're like more like plants than we believe. It's like we need the sunshine, we need the fresh air, we need to be out there in nature sometimes because that is where we came from. So we need to be reset
Exactly.
we need to reset our spirits in that sense.
Yeah, get outside, touch grass, feel the sun. If you're near a natural area, if you can go for a walk in nature, that can help in a lot of these situations.
Okay.
And this is something that you can build up over time, these tools. And some of them are physical and some of them are just things that you have prepared yourself to know this is something I can do when I have this situation.
Plan ahead. Because
and then my last thing that I just wanted to share is for all of our astrology loving friends out there, you can find all of your horoscopes and astrology information on our website, and visit daily for your daily horoscopes, your weekly horoscopes, your monthly horoscopes. We've got it all. So head on over to totalapexentertainment.com. And that's it for me.
Thank you, Michelle, for living. I think we are having a bit of a technical issue right now with our sports person. So, with that being said,
well, I can talk real quick. So basically, I think the game last night was
well, hold on.
the Buffalo.
Let me get to the intro first.
Got it.
All right, from living to sports, let's get that slam dunk going. Here is sports.
All right. So basically, that game was a major upset. It was in Houston. The Bills were pretty favored despite, only having 7 wins. But the Texans with the backup quarterback were able to beat Josh Allen, and former MVP Josh Allen from last year with their amazing defense. That is something I was not expecting. The Bills are pretty bad on the road this year, but that seems to be a trend that's continuing.
He was working with a busted arm too.
Oh yeah. All these players, they're dealing with injuries, non-reported injuries. Yeah, it's kind of insane what they do. But yeah, they won 23-16, and I'm pretty sure the Bills were away favorites. So this was like a pretty major upset, and the Texans had a backup quarterback who's been playing very well in Davis Mills, and they kind of just managed the game. But their defense was just so good that like when it comes down to it, defense can get you to a championship. So
Sweet.
yeah. Yeah, you can go on to the next slide. The other games that have pretty big implications this week for week 12, the Chiefs are going against the 8-2, I believe 8-2 Indianapolis Colts, who came out of nowhere this year. They're like the favorites of the AFC right now at the top, and the Chiefs, they're at 5-5. They have a lot of work to do if they want to even make it to the playoffs. And it's in Kansas City, so that's going to be hostile environment for Daniel Jones. I think I wouldn't be surprised if it went either. Well, I think I would go with the Chiefs at home because it's in their territory and everything. But yeah, we can cover the next game. So yeah.
Look at that mustache. Got the Prince mustache. Well, not Prince mustache. The what's his name? Queen. Freddie Mercury mustache.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a fan of mustaches. I'm sorry. I think they look weird. If they're not connected
Yeah.
to a beard or a goatee, I think they look weird. I'm sorry. Corey, don't.
Yeah. So we don't know the status of Aaron Rodgers for the Steelers if he's going to play against the Bears. But given that he broke his wrist or something, or a bone in his wrist, so that's kind of pending. I don't think he's going to play. I mean, he's 45. I just don't expect him to play. So yeah, with that in mind, another big game is the Steelers in Chicago against the 7-2 Bears. This is big. This is a big matchup because the Steelers are ahead in the AFC North by one game, but the Ravens are only one game back, and they play the Jets, which I don't know if you guys know how bad the Jets are every year, but they're just bad.
I think
So
I've heard many jokes about them. So
yeah,
I can only imagine.
yeah, they're not really competitive. So the Ravens are likely going to win that game, and that would basically mean if the Steelers lose, they would tie in the division for first, and that's pretty big because they still have to play twice this year. And yeah, I mean, the Bears are on top of the NFC North, but it's only a game back between the Lions and then a few games back of the Vikings. But the Lions are still a good team. It's just they just lost a few games here and there. But yeah, we can go to the next game. Yeah, this is the classic NFC prime time. Even though it's not, it's at 4:25, I think. But this is the classic matchup. This can go either way. I'm pretty sure it's in Dallas. I feel like I might be wrong. That I'm kind of doing this on through my head.
Andrew is
no-
multitasking without notes. So
Yeah. This is a rare exception. I don't usually do this, but yeah, I think this could be a shootout because both teams are just they're very offensively high powered, and the Eagles should put up points against the Dallas defense, but like the Eagles could do the same. I'm not sure. It's going to be a back and forth affair. I think the records are usually split every year. So yeah, this is just going to be a fun watch. This should be like a Thanksgiving game, if I'm being honest, but it's not. But yeah, we can go on to the next game. Yeah, so with the Browns, we're getting, because of a concussion by the other rookie quarterback that they drafted first in Dylan Gabriel, we're getting Shador Sanders uh, finally playing. I mean, he kind of looked pretty bad last week, but apparently he's never gotten any first team reps. And the chemistry does matter. Like, if they don't practice with the guys that are going to be on the field, like, how are you supposed to be good? You know, like, you can't even showcase if they're good or not. So maybe with practice, he'll be good against the Raiders, who are also pretty bad. Um, but they do have one thing, and their defense has been pretty solid this past season. So I think they could win. They have a shot. It's more interesting just because it's Shador Sanders, and you know, I think the Browns have had more quarterbacks than U.S. presidents in the whole history of the NFL. Um,
Oh my God.
yeah,
I got no words for that.
yeah, they could use like any hope at this point. Um, but yeah, we can go to the next game. So this is going to be a game to watch with the Rams, who, you know, I picked the Seahawks last week, but it wasn't because of it wasn't because of the Rams being bad. Like, the Rams they're at the top of the NFC right now. Um, and deservedly so. The Bucks kind of had dealt with a lot of injuries this year, so we'll see how they perform. I think I have to go with the Rams. The Rams have been probably the best balanced team with offense and defense. Um, so yeah, they're kind of the Super Bowl favorites at this point. Like, Matthew Stafford, he's like 35, but he's basically playing like he was in his prime when it was like 28. So there's kind of no reason not to shy away from them. They've beaten good teams like the Colts that I mentioned with 8 wins. They beat them a few weeks ago, and then now they beat the Seahawks, which they're going to have to play again in the playoffs and in the regular season. So that should be interesting how they counter. Um, but yeah, we can go on to the next game. Yeah, so the Panthers. Give me 1 second. Yeah, this is this is where I kind of forget. Okay, so they're playing prime time against the Niners. Both teams, like, it's been a while since Carolina have been good. I think since Cam Newton was there, like 10 years ago. But now they have like a winning record, and they're going against the Niners team who just got their quarterback, Brock Purdy, back. So Monday night, that's going to be a big game. The Panthers have, there's not new, but their star running back, Rico Dowdle, and their rookie wide receiver, and Ted McMillan. And Bryce Young, surprisingly for the Panthers at quarterback, it's his third season. He's had like 10 game-winning drives. Like that's more than like Mahomes. That's like on par with like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and a lot of good quarterbacks. So that's kind of a surprising thing. I don't think they've played in primetime yet at all this year, so this is the first time. And even though the Niners are favored, because they're getting guys back like Ricky Pearsall, Juwan Jennings. They have Kittle and Christian McCaffrey, so it should be fine. But yeah, it's gonna be that's Monday night's gonna be a fun watch, even though it's gonna be a very late night game because
Yeah.
it's in the Bay Area, I think.
Mhm.
But yeah, we can go to the next game. Yeah, so the Seahawks, I mentioned this because of fantasy reasons. You know, they kind of laid an egg last week against a tough Rams defense, but they are getting in a bounce back spot going against the Tennessee Titans, who are probably the worst team in the NFL. So, you know, start every Seahawks player, like even like their running backs who's kind of been inconsistent this year. And then, you know, Sam Darnold, he should have a bounce back spot. Like I don't think this is a trap game like at all. I think you just start all your Seahawks players against the 1 win Titans. Or I think 1 win Titans. Um, yeah, you can go to the next one. And this is the final one. If you play fantasy football, you know that Bucky Irving's been dealing with a lot of injuries on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, like I alluded to. Sean Tucker took over the backfield the last few weeks, and with Irving out again, like there's no reason not to pick him up off the waiver wire. He's only like 30% owned out of like 100% of leagues. So, and I'm pretty sure even in other formats like Sleeper or Yahoo, like he's only 40 or 50%. So you should check your waiver wire to go snag them. And with that being said, there's other like injuries at the running back position. I would stash their backups. But potentially, you know, if the starters ruled out, then you basically have a shot to win your matchup just because like you don't even have to start him as long as you don't let other people get the chance to get a starter. Then that's very valuable. But that's all for me. We had a very crazy week 11, but week 12 looks like it could be a similar thing.
All right. Well, thank you, Andrew, for sports. Guys, I want to introduce a new segment real quick to end things off. I'd like to try to think of a proper name for this, but for now, I'm calling it the TikTok drop. All right. So our first TikTok video we saw earlier today. But still for purposes, we'll go for it.
Drop it again.
It's Michael Jackson doing soda. I'm kidding. I'm not.
Don't do that one. No, I can get that image out of my head.
This one is been my favorite this week, so we'll add it.
What the? Oh my! Excuse me. Okay, one of two things. Okay.
Yes.
One, the pit knows that Chihuahuas are demon incarnates and is trying to send it back to hell. Or two, the pit, even though I think they're one of the most adorable dog breeds ever in the history of the entire world, is a secret serial killer and is going after anything wearing pink.
Oh.
That is not even like doing anything. The cat's just gonna let it happen.
Well, yeah, cats don't get involved.
Cats don't care. As long as the cat is not the one being yeeted into the oblivion, even though we all know that's a carpet, is not being yeeted into oblivion, they care less. They could care less about anything else happening in the real thing. So
I just want to know how they got all three of them to walk side by side like that.
They probably placed them there.
Probably called them with treats. Like, hey, here's some food. Okay, food. What the heck is that?
Hey, little one. Hey, little one. Yeah.
Hey, come here. Oh, it's fine.
It's
fine.
awesome.
It's like, dang. What's so funny is that is no hesitation. No hesitation. Pitt looked, picked up, and yeeted.
Yeet.
He's like, okay, out of my way.
Good grief. All right. Our next one. Can you say?
God bless. How much more buses do you need? Shut up. And then we.
One more time. One more time.
Okay. One more
And
time.
then we. Oh, God bless you. 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 God bless. How much more buses do you need? Shut up. And then.
It is like that. When a cat sneezes, they just sneeze. He sneezes over and over again. My cat is like, yeah.
Right.
They don't just sneeze once. It's like a machine.
One
That's
more.
what you
And
just
then we.
go.
Oh, God bless you. 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 God bless. How much more buses do you need? Shut
Maybe
up.
at that-
And
I think maybe at that point you should just wait for the cat to stop and go, okay, bless you, times however many times you sneezed. So go about
Right.
this because dang.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
that's just how cats work.
Oh, Lord. All right. And finally, this one is a blast from the past, from my childhood. I don't know why. This is back in the day when Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and PBS had actually some clapping music.
Mm.
And this
Bring
is stuck in your head for life, as according to John Oliver this week. So
Bring it. Get the song stuck in my head.
Jekyll, Jekyll, hide, Jekyll, hide. Jekyll, Jekyll, hide, Jekyll, hide, hide, Jekyll. Jekyll, Jekyll, hide, Jekyll, hide.
So
Yes,
PBS
that's what we
posted that in response to John Oliver earlier this week, because John Oliver's like, now I pass my curse on to you.
Jekyll, Jekyll. Okay, yeah, it's stuck in my head now. Thank you, Corey.
Yes.
For the earworm thing.
This is
going
the
on.
first time I have ever seen this.
Really?
Really? You didn't watch Arthur?
Well,
That was after my time, children.
Rude. To say that you would not watch cartoons in the adult world.
Oh, I watch cartoons all the time. Just
not PBS.
yeah, I wasn't watching this stuff.
Agreed.
I have watched cartoons for small children more recently, but because I have a little niece that I sometimes babysit.
Okay, fair point. I did the same thing when my niece was that young. Oh, the years.
All right. Well, with that, we will end the show, guys. This has been a great episode. It is probably the longest episode we've done so far. We only did 2 episodes.
Yeah, we've only done 2 episodes, dude. Seriously?
It's
But
the longest of 2.
it's the longest of 2, yes.
Of course, if you guys want to find me and my personal socials, EpsWorld ENT on Instagram, EpsWorld87 on X.
You can find me at Molly the Game Nerd on all social, X, Blue Sky, and Instagram.
You can find me at michellekits.com.
You can find me at CooleyShield1357 on Twitter. But I had to hop back to plug my socials real quick. But
All right. And then, guys, we are finally on Spotify. We're working on getting iTunes right now. But we are on Spotify. So if you are listening on Spotify, let us know what you guys want us to talk about next week. Matter of fact, if you have an opinion on this week's topics and whatnot, let us know in the comment section. We'll actually try to put a little poll thing up there too as well, and maybe see what you guys want us to really talk about. And of course, you guys can find us on YouTube. Go like, subscribe, hit that bell, comment, complain, something. Do something. Show that we're alive.
And if you hit that bell, make sure you select all notifications so that way you can know when we post anything that we record.
Exactly. And then, of course, every website that we represent is in our description. TotalApexEntertainment.com, TotalApexGaming.com, Total Apex
Sports.com. Because Boss Man decided to combine entertainment and living, so
Right.
Yeah,
And
Lifestyles is now part of entertainment, so You'll find all of our stuff there.
All right, everybody, you guys keep having a total Apex kind of week.
Bye.